Do you feel stiff and difficult to move your joints in the morning after waking up? Do you often have dull pain or sharp pain in your joints when moving or when the weather changes? You're not alone. According to the CDC, over 24% of American adults, more than 58 million people, are living with arthritis, and the risk rises sharply after age 50. Studies show arthritis is one of the leading causes of disability in seniors, often making even simple tasks like climbing stairs or opening jars painful. But here's the good news. Research has proven that the right nutrition can actually reduce inflammation, strengthen joints, and slow down arthritis progression. So what foods should seniors eat and avoid to live pain-free longer? Hi everyone, welcome back to Nutrition for Seniors, where we share science-based tips to help you eat smart and age strong. Today, we'll talk about the best and worst foods for seniors with arthritis. Make sure you watch until the end because the last tip is a game changer for joint health. Tip 1. Eat more fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines. Fatty fish such as salmon, mackerel, and sardines are among the most powerful foods for seniors, especially those managing arthritis and joint pain. Their value lies primarily in their rich content of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly eicosapentaenoic acid, EPA, and docosahexaenoic acid, DHA. According to the U.S. National Institutes of Health, omega-3s have strong anti-inflammatory properties that reduce the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines and prostaglandins, which are directly involved in arthritis flare-ups. Clinical studies have consistently shown that higher omega-3 intake can significantly reduce stiffness and tenderness in arthritic joints. For instance, a 2017 study published in Arthritis Care and Research found that individuals who consumed fatty fish at least twice weekly experienced up to a 40% reduction in disease activity scores compared to those who rarely ate fish. From a nutritional standpoint, a 100-gram serving of salmon provides approximately 2.3 grams of omega-3 fatty acids, covering more than 140% of the recommended daily intake for older adults. Similarly, mackerel contains around 4.6 grams of omega-3 per 100 grams, almost 3 times the average natural sources available. Sardines, though smaller, pack an impressive 2.2 grams of omega-3 per 100 grams, along with high levels of vitamin D and calcium, which further support bone and joint health in seniors over 50. Beyond omega-3s, these fish also supply high-quality protein, crucial for maintaining muscle mass that supports weakened joints with age. Moreover, they provide vitamin B12, selenium, and vitamin D, nutrients that seniors often lack. Vitamin D deficiency alone affects nearly 50% of adults over 50 in the United States and is associated with worsened arthritis symptoms. Taken together, incorporating fatty fish into a weekly diet, ideally 2 to 3 servings per week, provides more than sufficient omega-3 fatty acids while supplying essential micronutrients that combat inflammation and strengthen skeletal health. For seniors over 50, this dietary habit represents one of the most evidence-based natural strategies to alleviate arthritis pain, improve mobility, and enhance long-term quality of life. Tip 2. Add walnuts and chia seeds. Walnuts and chia seeds are 2 of the most effective plant-based foods for supporting joint health and reducing inflammation in seniors over 50. Their nutritional value lies in their exceptional content of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a type of omega-3 fatty acid that has been shown to play a critical role in lowering inflammatory markers associated with arthritis. According to the U.S. National Institutes of Health, adults require approximately 1.1.6 grams of ALA daily, and both walnuts and chia seeds can easily surpass this threshold. A single 1-ounce 28 Gs serving of walnuts provides about 2.5 grams of ALA, covering over 150% of the daily recommended intake. In addition, walnuts contain high levels of polyphenols and vitamin E, powerful antioxidants that help neutralize free radicals and reduce oxidative stress in joint tissues. Clinical data from the Journal of Nutrition highlights that regular walnut consumption lowers C-reactive protein, CRP levels, a major marker of inflammation, by nearly 20%. Chia seeds are equally impressive. Just 2 tablespoons, 28 Gs, contain approximately 5 grams of ALA, which is more than 300% of the daily requirement for older adults. Beyond omega-3s, chia seeds are rich in dietary fiber, about 11 grams per serving, nearly 40% of the daily recommended intake, which improves gut health and indirectly supports immune balance, another key factor in controlling chronic inflammation. They are also excellent sources of magnesium, calcium, and phosphorus, minerals that contribute to bone density and strength, both of which decline significantly after age 50. Together, walnuts and chia seeds provide a highly bioavailable plant-based anti-inflammatory profile that complements or even substitutes for fatty fish in seniors who prefer vegetarian diets. Research has shown that consistent intake of these seeds and nuts can reduce arthritis, stiffness, and improve overall mobility. One clinical trial reported that participants with higher nut and seed consumption had a 35% lower risk of developing inflammatory conditions compared to those who rarely consumed them. For seniors over 50, integrating a handful of walnuts or a spoonful of chia seeds into daily meals is a practical, science-backed strategy to fight arthritis, protect joint health, and promote longevity through natural, nutrient-dense foods. Tip 3. Use olive oil instead of butter. Replacing butter with olive oil is one of the simplest and most effective dietary changes seniors over 50 can make to combat arthritis and support joint health. While butter is high in saturated fats linked to increased inflammation and elevated cholesterol, olive oil, particularly extra virgin olive oil, EVOO, is rich in monounsaturated fatty acids, MEUF, and unique anti-inflammatory compounds. The most notable of these is oleocanthal, a natural phenolic compound that has been shown to work similarly to ibuprofen by inhibiting pro-antioxidant enzymes such as COX-1 and COX-2. From a nutritional perspective, 1 tablespoon, 14g, of extra virgin olive oil provides around 10 grams of MUFA, which is about 15% of the recommended daily intake for adults based on a 2,000-calorie diet. It also supplies 1.6 million of vitamin E, covering nearly 11% of the daily value, offering antioxidant protection that helps reduce oxidative stress in cartilage and joint tissues. In contrast, a tablespoon of butter contains 7 grams of saturated fat, which is 35% of the maximum daily limit advised by the American Heart Association. Diets high in saturated fats are associated with elevated levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a key biomarker for inflammation that worsens arthritis. Scientific studies strongly support olive oil's role in joint health. A 2014 study published in Nutrition found that individuals consuming more than 50 grams of olive oil per day had a 38% lower risk of developing rheumatoid arthritis compared to low consumers. Another clinical trial in Annals of the Rheumatic Diseases reported that a Mediterranean diet rich in olive oil led to a 70% improvement in arthritis symptom scores, highlighting its protective role against stiffness and joint pain. For seniors over 50, substituting butter with olive oil in daily cooking, salad dressings, or even as a bread dip not only reduces saturated fat intake, but also delivers consistent anti-inflammatory benefits. Over time, this small change can lower CRP levels, enhance cardiovascular health, and most importantly, help maintain joint flexibility and reduce arthritis flare-ups naturally. Tip 4. Avoid sugar and processed snacks. Excessive sugar and processed snacks are among the most harmful dietary choices for seniors, especially those suffering from arthritis. While small amounts of natural sugars can be tolerated, added sugars and refined carbohydrates trigger chronic inflammation, worsen joint pain, and contribute to weight gain that places extra stress on already weakened joints. The American Heart Association recommends limiting added sugar intake to no more than 25 grams per day for women and 36 grams per day for men. Yet the average American consumes nearly 77 grams daily, which is more than 300% above the recommended limit. The mechanism behind sugar's harmful effects lies in its ability to promote the release of inflammatory cytokines, which directly intensify arthritis symptoms. A 2017 study in the journal Arthritis Care and Research revealed that participants with the highest sugar consumption had a 62% greater risk of arthritis flare-ups compared to those with low intake. Processed snacks such as cookies, chips, and packaged pastries are especially problematic because they combine refined sugar with unhealthy trans fats. Together, These ingredients not only spike blood glucose, but also increase levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a key biomarker for systemic inflammation. Beyond inflammation, high sugar intake accelerates the formation of advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These compounds accumulate in joint tissues, stiffen cartilage, and impair the body's ability to repair damage. In seniors over 50, this process contributes to faster degeneration of joint health and reduced mobility. Excessive sugar also weakens the immune system, making it harder to manage chronic conditions such as osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis. By contrast, eliminating or reducing sugar and processed snacks can bring measurable benefits. Studies show that seniors who maintain added sugar intake below 10% of total daily calories experience significant improvements in joint function and overall inflammation markers. Choosing whole foods such as fruits, nuts, and plain yogurt provides natural sweetness along with fiber, vitamins, and minerals that support joint health. Tip 5. Limit red meat and fried foods. For seniors managing arthritis, limiting red meat and fried foods is a crucial nutritional strategy to reduce inflammation and protect joint health. While red meat provides protein and essential nutrients like iron and zinc, its high content of saturated fats and certain compounds produced during cooking make it problematic for joint inflammation. A 100-gram serving of beef typically contains 5-7 grams of saturated fat, which already accounts for 25-35% of the American Heart Association's recommended daily limit. Excess saturated fat has been strongly linked to elevated levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a biomarker for systemic inflammation that worsens arthritis symptoms. Even more concerning are compounds called advanced glycation end products, AGEs, which are formed when red meat or fried foods are cooked at high temperatures. AGEs accumulate in joint tissues, stiffen collagen, and impair cartilage repair. A 2016 study in Arthritis and Rheumatology reported that older adults with high AGE intake had a twofold higher risk of severe osteoarthritis progression compared to those with lower intake. Fried foods present an additional burden by introducing trans fats and oxidized oils, which not only raise bad cholesterol, LDL, but also directly activate inflammatory pathways. Statistics further highlight the risks. A Harvard cohort study found that seniors consuming red meat 5 or more times per week had a 46% greater likelihood of experiencing worsening arthritis symptoms compared to those who ate it sparingly. Similarly, frequent consumption of fried foods, more than 3 servings per week, was associated with a 30% increase in CRP levels, directly correlating with higher pain and stiffness in joints. Reducing these foods can produce meaningful improvements. Replacing red meat with lean proteins such as poultry, beans, or lentils not only reduces saturated fat but also provides fiber and phytonutrients that help regulate inflammation. Likewise, swapping fried foods for baked or steamed alternatives drastically cuts harmful fat intake. So there you have it, 5 science-backed nutrition tips for arthritis relief. Seniors should focus on anti-inflammatory foods such as salmon, walnuts, chia seeds, berries, and leafy greens. These provide omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamins that protect cartilage and reduce swelling. Using olive oil instead of butter adds natural compounds like oleocanthal, which works similarly to mild pain relievers. Whole grains like oats and brown rice also help lower inflammation compared to refined carbs. At the same time, it's important to limit red meat, fried foods, and sugary snacks, which increase inflammatory markers and worsen arthritis. Combined with proper hydration, these simple dietary choices can ease joint pain and improve mobility after age 50. What foods do you eat to ease arthritis pain? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our weekly Nutrition for Seniors tips.